Some more questions on vertical motion from past papers worksheet. Question number 8. A stone is released from rest and falls freely under gravity. What are we getting from this? The stone is released from rest. What is this telling us?
Ma'am, initial velocity is 0.
Yes, initial speed is 0. Right. What is this telling us? Falls freely under gravity.
Ma'am, acceleration 10.
Very good. Since it's falling, since it's going downwards, acceleration is 10. If this were going upwards, acceleration would have been minus 10. So it's falling from a point above the ground. It's going downwards. U, as stated, is 0. A, as discussed, is 10 meters per second square. Find the speed of the stone after 2 seconds. So in part 1, we have U0, A10, time 2 seconds, and find the speed. That means the final speed after 2 seconds. So which equation of motion are we going to use here?
V equals U plus AT.
Yes, very good. V equals U plus AT. So that's going to be 0 plus 10 times 2, which is going to be 20 meters per second. Okay, that is the answer for part 1. Any questions here? I think it's a pretty straightforward question. Part 2. Time taken for the stone to fall a distance of 45 meters. So now time is being asked and S, the distance covered, is given 45 meters and U is still 0, A is still 10. Now which equation of motion do we use? That gives us T from S, U and A.
S equals UT plus half AT.
Square, yes, S is equals to UT plus half AT squared, this one. So it should be 45 equals 0 times T plus half 10 T square. So it's going to be 45 equals 5T square. T square equals 9. T equals 3. Since this is time, it cannot be negative 3. So we're going to take positive 3. Can you guys hear me properly?
Yes.
Okay, क्योंकि मुझे वो Zoom इंटरनेट कनेक्शन अनस्टेबल का मैसेज दे। Okay. Question part 3. Distance fallen by the stone. So you again have to find an S. From the instant when its speed is 30 meters per second to the instant when the speed is 40 meters per second. So what is this? 30 and 40. At some point during this fall, there's going to be a speed of 30 meters per second and later a speed of 40 meters per second. You're being asked how much distance is covered between these 2 points. Yes? So what is 30?
Ma'am, 30 initial of what?
Sahi hai. 30 is U,
Hmm.
initial speed. 40 is V, final speed. And what else are we going to use? We need a third parameter.
Acceleration.
Yes, acceleration is still 10 because the object is falling downwards. Okay, so which equation of motion do we use here?
S is equals to half AT square. S is
Half,
equals to U plus T half AT square. Nee, sorry, V is equals to U plus AT.
but we don't have time and we're asked to find
Uh,
the
V square is equals to U square plus 2AS.
sorry, v square equals u square plus 2as. 40 square equals 30 square plus 2 times 10 times s. 40 square minus 30 square divided by 2 divided by 10 or divided by 20. I'm getting 35. S equals 35 meters. Any questions here? Okay, if not, then we move on. Question 9. Daud, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Take. A particle is projected vertically upward from point O with initial speed of 12.5. So U is 12.5. At the same instant, particle is released from rest. And so there's another particle that releases from rest. So U is equals to 0 for that other particle at a point 10 meters vertically above O. Okay, so there are actually two particles. One of them goes upwards from a point O with an initial speed of 12.5. Now, since it's going upwards, A for this one is going to be what, Daud? If this particle is going upwards, what should be the acceleration for it?
It's minus
Negative 10.
-10. दाऊद मैं आपसे पूछ रही थी -10. Okay. At the same instant, another particle is released from rest at a point 10 meters above O. So there's another point particle here and it is released from rest. So it's going upwards. Its initial speed is 0. Since it's going upwards, acceleration for this particle is also going to be -10. Find the height above O at which the particles meet. So let's say they meet here. So you have to find this height where the two particles meet. So how do we do that? Okay. Let's call this particle A and call this particle B. So when they meet, then we can say that the distance covered by A should be equals to 10 plus distance covered by particle B. Is that right? This would be the distance covered by A.
Yes, ma'am.
This would be the distance covered by B. And this you have to add 10 to it because that particle is already 10 meters above the ground. cube. So for SA, we're going to use UT plus half AT square. So it's going to be 12.5 T plus half negative 10 T square, which gives 12.5 T minus 5 T square. Distance covered by B would be U T plus half A T square. So that's just minus 5 T square. So now substitute SA and SB in this equation. 12.5 T minus 5 T square equals 10 minus 5 T square. So this and this cancels out. T equals 10 upon 12.5, which should come out to be 0.8. 10 divided by 12.5 is 0.8. 0.8 seconds. Which means after 0.8 seconds, the two particles are at the same height, but you have to find that height. So for that, you can just find SA since you now have time. So it's going to be UT plus half AT square. So U is 12.5, T is 0.8, plus half A is negative 10, and T is 0.8 square. .8 meters. कोई सवाल है जो वर्किंग बोर्ड पे है उससे रिलेटेड?
मैम एक दफा ब्रीफली एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं क्योंकि मेरा इंटरनेट बंद हो गया था, दोबारा जरा एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं
अच्छा,
सारा?
कर देती हूँ। अच्छा अच्छा, देखो अब उन्होंने कहा है कि एक पार्टिकल, ये फिगर को देखो, ठीक है, इससे मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ। एक पार्टिकल जो है, जो मैंने ग्रीन से बनाया, उसकी इनिशियल स्पीड 12.5 बता दी है, और उसकी एक्सेलरेशन हमने खुद लिखी है -10, क्योंकि वो ऊपर जा रहा है। फिर दूसरा पार्टिकल है जो रेड से बनाया है, उसके बारे में बताया कि वो ऑलरेडी 10 मीटर्स हाई है ग्राउंड से, और जब उसको ऊपर फेंका गया है तो उसकी स्पीड 0 है, और फिर ऑब्वियसली अगर ऊपर जा रहा है तो फिर हमें पता है कि इसकी भी एक्सेलरेशन -10 है। अब सवाल ये है कि जब इन दोनों को ऊपर फेंका जाएगा और इन दोनों की हाइट बराबर हो जाएगी, तो उस वक्त जमीन से क्या हाइट होगी? तो बेसिकली आपने ये डिस्टेंस फाइंड करना है। जब उन दोनों की हाइट बराबर हो जाएगी तो आपने ये वाला डिस्टेंस फाइंड करना है, इधर से लेकर ग्राउंड तक, डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय ए। तो अब जब हाइट बराबर होगी तो हम ये फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे कि डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय ए, विच इज दिस, इक्वल्स 10, विच इज दिस, प्लस डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय बी। तो अब डिस्टेंस ए यूज करेंगे यूटी प्लस हाफ एटी स्क्वायर। इसमें टी के अलावा सब कुछ पता है, तो टी की फॉर्म में एक इक्वेशन आ गई। इसी तरह बी के लिए भी यूटी प्लस हाफ एटी स्क्वायर करेंगे, उसमें भी टी के अलावा बाकी चीजें पता है, तो एक्सप्रेशन आ गया -5 टी स्क्वायर। और अब दोनों एक्सप्रेशंस को इस इक्वेशन में पुट करके निकाल लिया t इज इक्वल्स टू 0.8। दाऊद, अभी कोई फर्दर क्वेश्चन है तो पूछो, बाकी भी।
नहीं मैम।
अच्छा मुझे बार बार इंटरनेट अनस्टेबल की वार्निंग आ रही है, मैं जरा राउटर चेंज करने की कोशिश करूँ। और मुझे बहुत लो सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ के नजर आ रहे हैं राउटर्स। आई थिंक आई शुड नॉट डिस्कनेक्ट फ्रॉम दिस वन। तो अभी गुजारा चलाते हैं। मेरी आवाज आ रही है सही से या कट रही है?
हम बीच बीच में कट रहे हैं।
कट रही है, अच्छा चलो मैं स्विच करके देखती हूँ। आई डोंट नो, मैं डिस्कनेक्ट शायद हो जाऊँ। हाँ अब कनेक्ट हो गया है। आई होप अब आवाज बेहतर है। चलो अगला क्वेश्चन। Particles P and Q are projected vertically upwards from different points on the horizontal ground with velocity 20 and 25. तो दो particles बनाते हैं। एक ऊपर प्रोजेक्ट हुआ है with initial speed of 20. That means A is minus 10. The other particle is U, it has U equals 25. It's also going upwards. So acceleration is going to be negative 10. Q is projected 0.4 seconds later than P. So this is a different question. Q is projected 0.5 seconds later than P. So this is P, this is Q. So that is telling you that if you use the unit T for time of projection of P, then you have to use T minus 0.4 for the times you use for Q. Let me repeat that. If the time we use for P is T, then the time we use for equations formed for Q would be T minus 0.4, because that is what the question says, that Q is projected 0.4 seconds later than P. So if the variable for time for P is T, then the variable for time for Q is T minus 0.4. Okay. Find the time for which P's height above the ground is greater than 50. So at some point, its height is going to be 15, and then it goes up, and then it comes down. So you have to find this time for which the height of P is greater than 15 meters. So always do these questions with inequalities. The height or the distance covered by P should be greater than 15 meters. Now we're going to use UT plus half AT square greater than 15. U is 20. Time is what we have to find. Plus half. A is minus 10. T square minus 15 greater than 0. Okay. I'm going to multiply both sides with -1. So you have to flip the inequality. If you multiply both sides with a negative value, multiply or divide, then you must flip the inequality. So this is the inequality. 5t square minus 20t plus 15. I'm going to further simplify this, which gives me t square minus 4t plus 3 less than 0. Middle term breaking. T square minus 3t minus t plus 3 less than 0. T common, t minus 3 minus 1 common, t minus 3 less than 0. So we're getting t minus 1, t minus 3 less than 0. Find the critical value, which would be t equals 1, t equals 3. It's an inequality question. Draw these values of t. Draw the curve. Since it's a quadratic equation or inequality. And now you have to read the values of t for which time is less than 0. So it's less than 0 here. So the answer should be between, time is between 3 and 1. Let me look at the actual wordings of the question. Find the velocities of particle P and Q at the instant when the particles are at the same height. अच्छा नहीं है तो part A और 1 हो रहा था. The time for which P's height above the ground is greater than 15. Okay. The time for which. So you have to tell the exact time, like for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes, for 8 minutes. So for 3 minus 1 equals to 2 minutes. The height was above whatever was mentioned in the question, above 15. The velocity of P and Q at the instant when the particles are at the same height. Okay, so you have to find the velocities when the particles are at the same height. Oops, I wasn't supposed to clear that part. Okay. The velocities of the particle at the instant when they are at the same height. So let's say P and Q meet somewhere over here. So you have to find the velocities of both the particles at this particular instant. So let's first find the time at which the particles reach the are at the same height. So we're going to say find t when distance covered by P is the same as distance covered by Q. Okay, now distance covered by P would be UT plus half AT square, which is 20 into T plus half minus 10 T square. 20T minus 5T square. That is the distance covered by P in T seconds. Okay, then the distance covered by Q, which is going to be 25T plus half A T square, which is going to be 25T minus 5T square. Now let's equate them. Oh, no, I made a mistake. For Q, the time is not T. The time is T minus 0.4. So for Q, wherever you have to use T, you're actually using T minus 0.4. Because this particle Q is projected 0.4 seconds later than the time of projection of P. So then it's going to be 5 25 t minus 0.4 minus 5 t minus 0.4 square. 0.4 into 25. 10 minus, do we need to expand this? I don't think so. Let's solve it. See how it goes. बल्कि we will have
minus 5t square.
minus 5 और ये पूरा expand करना ही पड़ेगा वरना उसके बगैर कैसे होगा. Okay, let's expand this. So it's going to be ta square minus 2ab. So हो गया 0.8t plus 0.5 square 0.4 square तो वो हो गया 0.16. Okay, now let's equate the two equations. We have s, बल्कि इसको थोड़ा सा simplify कर लेते हैं पहले. 25t minus 10 minus 5t square plus 5 into 0.8 is 4t minus 5 into 0.16 is 0.8. Okay, so this becomes 27t, 29t minus 10.8 minus 5t square. Okay, now equate SP and SQ. This was SP. No, this is SP. And this is SQ. Equate them. SP equals SQ 20t minus 5t square equals 29t minus 10.8 minus 5t square. So this and this
1.8
gets
equals
cancelled.
to 90.
हाँ बिल्कुल 10.8 equals 90 और t आ गया
1.2.
1.2. तो मैं आंसर चेक कर लूँ. अच्छा नहीं अभी तो कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ, अभी तो खाली टाइम आया. क्वेश्चन क्या था? The velocities of p and q at the instant when the particles are at the same height. तो अभी तो हमें खाली वो टाइम पता चला है जिसपे पार्टिकल्स सेम हाइट पे होंगे. अब हमने स्पीड्स निकालनी है इस टाइम पे. तो अब हमने क्या करना है? एट t is equals to 1.2 आपने p की स्पीड निकालनी है, v the final speed of p and the final speed of q. अच्छा जी, दोनों ऊपर जा रहे हैं तो a इसका भी -10, a इसका भी -10. अच्छा, और u दोनों के हमें पता है, u इसका 20, इसका 25. मैं फिगर से देख के बता रही हूँ. अच्छा, टाइम इसका 1.2 है लेकिन इसका टाइम 1.2 नहीं है क्योंकि इसका टाइम 0.4 सेकेंड्स पीछे है. ये बाद में प्रोजेक्ट हुआ. तो थ्रू आउट जहां पे भी हमने q का टाइम यूज किया है हमने t नहीं यूज किया, हमने t माइनस 0.4 यूज किया. तो यहाँ पे भी 1.2 माइनस 0.4 तो वो आ गया 0.8 सेकेंड्स. अच्छा, अब कौन सी इक्वेशन लगाऊं v निकालने के लिए? a पता है, u पता है, t पता है, v निकालना.
S is equals to नहीं हमें
V चाहिए U A
अच्छा
और
v square is equals to u square plus 2s
S
नहीं
तो है
time
ही नहीं।
plus v
जो time
equals u plus 8.
plus 80
हाँ ये वाली सही है। V equals U plus 80 पे यूज करते हैं। V equals U plus 80 तो वो हो जाएगा 20 minus 10 into 1.2। 20 minus 12, which is 8 meters per second. So final speed of P when time is 1.2 seconds is 8 meters per second. And for this one, it's going to be V is equals to U plus A times T, which gives 17 meters per second, which is the speed of Q. Okay, let's finish this here and I'm going to send you a new link and we are going to discuss paper. I hope you guys read the homework questions, although I forgot to mention it on the group, but रोज करना होता है। अब जो आज remaining questions करने थे फ्री के 2-3 अब डिस्कस करते हैं। ठीक है, I'm sending you a new link.